All right, the S&P. Oh, ooh, futures open red. I should have put that as the title and in the description. Futures are down. Panic. Melt mode. We hit the yellow box. The yellow box breaking one off, and it's just going down. Everyone panic. Let's really zoom in here. Okay, so as far as the open goes, we had a tiny bit of a little gap up, sold off, bouncing out of that blue zone, speed bump zone. More importantly, though, we're getting above this yellow zone. So it's been, if you just look right here on screen, so we hit this, sold off. Right here, sold off. Right here, sold off. And these are aggressive. I know it's super stretched out right now. But so we have the green wick. Nothing but selling when we hit this zone. Absolute bully beatdown. It is nothing but Winnie the Pooh showing up. Talking about his honey or something like that. Anyway, finally cracking through that tells me the sell orders just aren't there anymore. We're exhausting all the sellers, which means we might just continue that grind up. You've heard me say this a lot. It's a zone until not. So at that point, we do have to just, worry about that. Do me a huge solid and share all this. Do the things. Hit the thumbs up and share the video. Shares are actually really important right now. The algorithms really like shares, so I have to encourage everybody to rock and roll. All right, S&P. I do have to. My charts are not updated just yet. Give me 1 second. I do have it. Weekly expected moves. Let's bring that up here on screen. All right, so the Russell expecting a 548. The QQQ, the NASDAQ, the NQ. TikTok's going to ask that about 100 times. NQ, QQQ, MNQ. All this technically the same, right? They have the same movement, close to it. $9.14. The S&P, ES, MES, SPY, VOO is expecting a $7.68. Sometimes reading is hard. Tesla 1056, Meta 1417, Microsoft 862, Nvidia 603, Amazon 473 because it sucks after that split. Should go back to 3,500 a share. Apple 531 a share, Google 402, Ford 35 cents. Palantir $1.70, which is interesting. Intel $1.24, AMD $6.54. Those are your expected moves for this week. Remember, short week because obviously we weren't open today unless you're in the futures realm or Forex. So if you guys do have my charts, I will update that. And if you have my charts, you'll have these lines. Actually, let's cruise through the futures real quick. Then I'm gonna turn to the chat. We'll break down. I'll answer a couple questions, stuff like that. And while I'm answering those questions, we can adjust these lines here. Last week, all we did was jump right to it. These are not supports and resistance levels. Please don't call them that. You need to understand what they are and how the market makers interact with these. Oftentimes they bounce here because market makers are lazy. They don't want to do any extra work. And when they get outside these lines, well, market makers, then they have to do work, son. All right, NQ futures, about the same. Still red, ultimately holding that zone. For tech, I'm kind of bullish this week. I am bullish, assuming I wake up tomorrow and we are still above this zone right here. If we break that, for any futures traders, let's just worry about this level right inside here. We're going to make that white because that's just going to be a nothing level. And that'll just be tomorrow. Noise. You might catch that. We're going to delete that just in case. That was probably a daily trend line or TradingView moved the trend line. That's not going to be a break and retest or anything like that. I would just watch it there if you're going to try to catch that knife and go long. You're either catching that knife and going long right now or at this zone. There's no need to ride it all the way down or anything like that. Nvidia to 130 by September 6th. We will go over that. All right, as far as the Russell goes, a little down but not discouraged. Russell, he's doing good. He's working. He's like the middle class of stocks. Anyway, I guess this one kind of looks does it look the strongest? S&P looks a little bit choppier. This one looks a little bit, I don't know if the strongest is the word, but there's a word for it, and maybe it's long. I'm personally not taking it, so, there's that. And I am a firm believer of follow their actions, not their words, but I break down a lot of things. For the Russell really just needs the stars kind of have to align. I do trade it more often than you would think, or how I make it sound right now, but it's just the other things just need to be crap, and then the stars align. For now, I would be long. If you were to put your stop right below this red wick and this little base right here, you're going to tag out overnight just for liquidity reasons. You'd have to put your stop right below this kind of drop right here. You're asking for it because you're putting your stop in a zone. Just never really a good thing. Made 660 on NQ. Not bad.